Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. Today must be Tuesday at 5 o'clock, and it's time for the Ask Dr. Ron Facebook Live. And currently, as you can see, my co host, Miss Chartree, got called in to work, and she is not available today to be on the show. But that's all right. We still going to continue on as if she was here. And I am so excited today. I got my good friend and my brother that has taught me everything that I know to this day about wine. So, Port Again Sam is going to be on the show today. And I'm so excited about having him on the show because he's going to be telling us about what he's got in his inventory and what he's going to be making available in the upcoming season. Because he was just telling me earlier today that he's got some champagnes and all sorts of things like that. So I am so looking forward to him coming on and telling us all about what he's got going on. But before we get to him, I've got to give you all my speech that I normally give at the top of every show. And I'm so excited, about, well, I'm not really excited, but I'm kind of happy, that, for the wrong reason, that the justice system has worked. Today they announced a $12 million agreement that's going to be issued to the family of Breonna Taylor, the young lady down in Louisville, Kentucky, that lost her life on the police breaking into the wrong house and killing a young lady. So, according to the news conference that was going on earlier today, $12 million, dollars, one of the highest settlements to ever be reached in the United States. $12 million is going to be going to the heirs and the family of that young lady. Now, justice has still not have been served as far as the officer being officially charged as of yet. And I say as of yet because there's still a lot of conversation going on what's going to happen in relationship to the officer. And I know that the Department of Justice has been called in to question on whether or not they're going to have some input into what's going on. And I tell you, it is, it's a very sad situation. The officer, one of the officers, has been relieved of his police duties, but there should be charges brought. There's no way you can justify shooting somebody laying in their bed asleep. He cannot walk away without having some type of accountability, in the form of charges brought against him. So there has been a $12 million agreement that's going to be paid to announce today on CNN and all national news. They were carrying the story about $12 million settlement. So I led off with that today. So the next thing I want to go to is a shout out to all of the healthcare workers in the world. We have healthcare workers that are on the front line that are keeping all of our loved ones alive, keeping all of the people that have come in contact with this corona. Corona is not gone nowhere, y'all. Corona is still around. Corona is still alive. It's still killing people. And we have healthcare workers that are on the front line every day trying to keep our loved ones safe. And I applaud them. I salute them. That's the reason why I wear this blue shirt. Every time I go live in solidarity, in support of all of our healthcare workers, because our healthcare workers are needed. Somebody's got to stand on the front line. Now I know if you are from around the country, you've probably seen that the healthcare workers in the city of Chicago have went on strike because during the time of the pandemic, they were not getting an equal wage or a fair wage, and they've been on strike since the weekend in Chicago. So I applaud them. I support them. You can't pay them enough. You can't give them enough money, you know. So I'm going to continue wearing my smock in solidarity to the healthcare workers until we get it all clear. When they say they got a cure for corona, then I'm going to change my wardrobe. Until then, I'm going to continue to salute them, applaud them, and be in solidarity with them. Also, I want to give a shout out to all of the pastors that are doing their job on the front line. The pastors are out there in solidarity as well, you know, praying for us, you know, working, keeping us uplifted, giving us information, feeding our spirits, praying for us, you know, praying for our loved ones when they get sick. So pastors have a hard job to do at a time like this as well. So I give them a salute and a shout out on today, you know, as always. And a special shout out to Lord Michael Hunt. Lord Michael Hunt is my mentor, my spiritual leader. I pray for him daily, as I know he prays for me. And I just want to make sure that I applaud all pastors. Okay, so if you've got a pastor or a spiritual leader, pray for them. Call their name every morning and every noon and every night as you pray. No matter what, you know, your belief cycle may be when it comes to godliness, pray for your spiritual leaders. They can always have their name to be called out at a time like this, because this is a time like no other. We haven't seen this kind of time in the world ever. So we don't know what it's going to look like afterwards, but please pray for our spiritual leaders, because they're the ones that will lead us and guide us into what is being done on the next phase of this. Okay. Also, special shout out and prayer for all those that have lost loved ones. People that, you know, cannot say goodbye the way they would like to. You know, people that have lost loved ones and are suffering because of it. You know, we say a special prayer for you, because this is a time where, you know, prayer is always decent and in order. Okay. I want to give the update. We got 6.5 million cases of corona confirmed in the United States. We have 195,000 plus people that have died from corona in the United States. And that's reported by CNN. And, you know, I hate to say this, but they're also reporting that 5% of that 6.5 million people are going to perish. People that have contracted and confirmed cases of corona, 5% of them are going to perish. That's that's the percentage that they have come up with. And just to be a comparison, people die every year from the flu, but it's only 1% of the people that get the flu die. But so you're talking about 5% of the people that get the coronavirus is going to perish. So there's still going to be a lot more sorrow and a lot more people that are going to be not with us at the end of this. So I sent out a special prayer on their behalf. I mentioned on Sunday when we did the promo about Mark Allen. Mark Allen, a community activist in the city of Chicago, passed away on last week. Good brother. He's a friend of the show. He's always been making comments and have been a part of what's been going on over here at the Ask Dr.Ron show, just like we support what's been going on over at his show. You know, he was the leader of the organization Black Wall Street, and he is no longer with us now. Mark has testimony. I posted a video. If you scroll down, you'll see a video where he gave the testimony how he was 2 years clean, cancer-free. He beat prostate cancer, so he survived that. And he was always a very strong advocate of knowing what your health is, what your health picture is, and knowing what to do to stay in a very good, positive health situation. And so we send our special prayers out to his family. Very good brother. And we just want to salute him at this time of a job well done, because the brother was an activist. He kept on the front line trying to make sure that we and in the community had information from a very good, reliable source. So, special shout out to him and his family, and a special prayer going up. Right quick, I want to give a couple of shout outs. We got Vance on the line. Appreciate you tuning in. My co host, she's sending up hearts and love. She's tuning in and watching. Miss Chartrice couldn't be on the air with us, but she's definitely paying attention. I see Miss Apostle Early Miles. She's on the line. Thank you. God bless you as well. So appreciate all the people that are tuned in and are going to tune in. So we thank you for tuning in. Please like and share. Tell somebody about the show. We're here every Tuesday from 5 to 6. So right now, what we're going to do is go further in the show, because I'm so excited to get over to my brother in broadcasting. Well, not broadcasting, but he's a broadcaster today. He's going to be telling us all about his wine that he got available for us, and I'm so excited about it. Right now, we're going to go over to my website and talk about all of the vendors that are a part of what we're doing here, all the people that we advertise on our website. You're going to hear my theme song will be the first thing you hear, and here we go.
Ask Dr. Ron, ask Dr. Ron. Whatever you're feeling, he will give you healing, he'll inform you. Ask Dr. Ron, ask Dr. Ron. Entertaining news, political issues, local and globally.
All right, I want to invite everybody to go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. And when you get over there, I want you to take a look around. You'll see some information about me. You'll see some pictures with me backstage working with different celebrities and interviewing different people all through time. You'll also run across a place on my page where you'll see my advertisers. One of my advertisers is Chief Nomo's Oasis. Now, Chief Nomo travels to the west coast of Africa, namely Ghana, and he brings back oils, clothing, soaps, moringa seeds, and Chief Nomo makes it available to us on the south side of Chicago, and I'm sure he will ship anywhere. But he also does consultations about health. Chief Nomo specializes in alkaline water and the benefits of alkaline water. He also sells alkaline water. So if you click on the tab that's in the advertisement section, it'll take you over to Chief Nomo, and you can give him a call and talk to him about getting a consultation so that you can see the benefits of what alkaline water can do for you. Also, you will find a tab for one of my very good friends, Mr. Ralph Jenkins. He has RRJ Web Solutions, and what Mr. Jenkins can do for you is he can develop, he can host, do maintenance, he can do anything related to building a website. If you've got a concept or a design that you want to bring and develop on the internet, Mr. Jenkins can get inside your head and help you pull that concept out and make it a reality. That's Mr. RRJ Webb. Mr. Jenkins, you can click on the tab, it'll take you to his website, and he will be glad to work with you to help develop any type of website that you want to bring to the World Wide Web. All right, and we also have National Block Club University. National Block Club University has the ability to come into your neighborhood block by block and help make a safe place for your kids, for your seniors, for your adults. He works all over the country helping people develop his presence in your community. So Mr. Cyron Smith has been doing this for over 20 years. National Block Club University has a proven and successful plan for success. So click on the tab and it'll take you right over to his website and you'll be able to work with him. Now I'm going to skip Port Again Sam because we got him in person. So I also want to point out Chicago Communicator News Media. They're an affiliate news outlet that I work with. So definitely click on that. It'll take you over to his website. I also want to point out Soul Street Collective. Soul Street Collective is a very popular singing group in the Chicagoland area. Now they have started back to performing in the Chicagoland area. You can send them a friend request and keep up where they're going to be at on Instagram, on Facebook. They don't have a website as of yet, but if you click on, or not click on, but if you take down the number, you can give Miss Sonia Hill a call and she will gladly show you what's going on, where they are at the current time and where they're performing at. And they are all over the city of Chicago. And I know during this time where things are kind of crazy, you want to have some stress release and you want to have some information, where to have a good time and do it safely. They're doing it safely. Okay. So check out Soul Street Collective. Now I'm at the point in time where I'm getting ready to talk about my guest. But before I do that, I want to tell everybody to like and share what you see on my website. Send people over there. Fill out the contact card so people can be informed on what's going on and we know who you are. Also, you'll see a place where you can see take a visit to some of my older shows. We also have a YouTube channel where you can go over to Ask Dr. Ron on my YouTube channel and subscribe. I post the shows there every Tuesday. So we're doing the show live now. My shows are posted there. And if you get over to my website, you will find all of my shows posted there as well. There's also a tab there for cash crowdfund. During this time where people are perishing and don't have money to pay their bills and getting their cars repossessed, mortgages crashing down on folks. Look, there's folks out here making money, and cash crowdfund is a way to make some money. And it's a tab right on my website on the ask-dr-ron.com that will explain to you how cash crowdfund works. Reach out to me and I will help you make some money at a time like this. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about our guest again for today. I have been with this person for over 10 years now. Port Again Sam. He's also a vendor, an advertiser on our show on the website. But Sam brings you, all I can say is some of the best wine from all over the world. He works with vendors from all over the world, vineyards. I mean, I tell you, this guy, he goes out and do all the work for you. Okay, I mean, all of the work for you. By the time he get a hold to it, he's done all the work. He vetted them out. He knows who they are, what they got, all of the good stuff that he can tell you about that wine. He got nicknames for his wine, And the terrible thing about Sam, which I'm going to tell y'all up front, when he runs out of what he just made you fall in love with, you can't get no more of it. Okay? It's gone. Okay? But it is my honor and privilege to bring my brother and good friend to the show, Mr. Sam. How you doing, Sam?
All right, Ron, how about you?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Glad to catch up with you. I know at this time it's been kind of crazy, and I know that with Corona, they messed around and made alcoholic beverages an essential. So I know you've been busy all through the Corona season.
Quite busy. Not
Yeah,
having enough on hand either.
you got what on hand?
Not having enough on hand.
Oh my goodness,
The shortage.
it's a shortage. I noticed that you strategically placed yourself in front of your inventory this time around. So you got some stuff going on there. So you want to tell us about what you got going on?
That's what you see for now, but by next month you won't see.
Well,
Well,
well, I know you're constantly expanding too. That's the other thing. I know, was it last week or week before last? I had the honor and privilege to stop by on your establishment. And when I got there, man, you turned me on to some 90 proof bourbon that you have. That's part of your inventory now. That's up and coming.
well, yes, young chef named Danny Bouillon, has come out with Bouillon bourbon.
Okay.
And young black chef is first on the scene. No stores, no restaurants at this time is carrying it. Probably won't be for quite a while.
Okay.
It's direct marketing only, and you have to go to Bouillon Bourbon in order to get it, or go on portagainsam.com, and you'll be able to locate it. But right now, there is none. It's all out.
Well, you ain't supposed to tell them that because it's coming in, right? It's gonna be there eventually,
It-
right?
look, yeah, it's coming, but it was here for a minute and it was gone. That's how hot it is.
Okay.
So it will be back. It's coming hopefully the first part of October.
First part. That's only a couple of weeks away. You know.
Now,
Now,
because that's a lifeline, that lifelong time there.
well, as I remember dealing with you for all these years, you have seasons in which your product comes and goes. And I
Correct.
know right now we're in September, so between now and next month, you usually get a fresh inventory of different crops in anyway. So I know your cognacs come back, I know your wines come back, different, the fall and Christmas season, you have inventory that's usually different than what was going on at the beginning of the year.
Well, starting the 1st of October, we'll be starting Oktoberfest special going on with the different wines from Germany, other parts of Europe, as well as the United States that are made available for the Oktoberfest that will be going on. Since you won't have it to drink like you used to, where they had the October Beer Fest, everybody hanging out. You'll be hanging out at home with your own bottles yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to the website, you'll be able to see the different specials that's going on and what's available. Primarily, I'm dealing with a lot of Italian wines as well as the German and European wines. And the cognacs won't be in until the latter part of November.
So cognacs will be back because that's my specialty right there, the cognacs. They'll be back in the first part of November.
Well, they say in the first part, but usually it runs 2 to 3 weeks later. So I'm thinking around Thanksgiving.
Okay. So now when you say the cognacs, are you talking about, because you got pet names for all of these? You got grandma, cousin, all of these kind of pet names on your
Well,
your alcoholic beverages. So are you gonna have the whole assortment or just part of it?
the whole assortment should be available.
Okay. So you're gonna have the
Which
25-year-old, you're gonna have the RSVP, then you're gonna have the cousin and the light in
the
the
Pinot
dark.
Degeronte Blunt, the Pinot Degeronte Rouge,
Yeah,
those are wines were aged in the cognac barrel.
right. The light and the red, and so the whole family will be back. Fransac.
Right. Transact, which is nicknamed Baby Girl's Mama, will be back, and the XO Baby Girl's grandmother.
Okay.
All Transact.
All Fransac. Now, I gotta ask the question. that nobody else will be able to understand why I'm asking this question. Um, are you going to be able to convince them to send back the chocolate into this country that they sent once before?
And again, Ron, I tell you, the answer is no. You
Okay.
keep trying, Ron.
Hey man. Well, I know there's a demand for it. But I know that was something that they let in the country over 10 years ago now, and I know that it's under a different owner. So I didn't know if they were making the flavored cognacs anymore like they did before.
They probably are, but they're keeping it close to home. It's
Okay,
not coming this way.
not coming this way. Gotcha. All right. So now that we know Fransac is coming back between now and Thanksgiving, I know you had a series of sparkling wines. You want to talk about those, like I know you had a sparkling Moscato, or Asti. I know you had a pink that you ran out. Is that coming back?
I doubt it seriously. That's another one that's gone to bite another bullet that bites the dust.
Wow. Uh,
Then the Moscato that I have in now is a white one, a DIST. And then I do happen to have in two Brute Sparkling, which I'm working on a new one tomorrow. I see another, no, Thursday. I see another importer that will be bringing in some more new sparkling wines that I get a chance to taste and see what I think of them. And if they come up to par, I'll carry that in the inventory.
okay.
But I won't know until Thursday morning.
Okay. So as far as you know, the pink is not coming back, but you still have one that's going to be up to your quality control and allow that to come into your inventory.
Correct. This one is nicknamed Liquid Crack Number Two.
Number two. Okay, so I've had that one before.
Yes, you have.
Okay, because I still got a crack number one in my wine possession right now, but I won't crack that one open until I know you can get another one.
You never cracked that one. A number one? No, Ron. That's history.
That's history. Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
You drink
And
these sweet memories.
yeah, well, I see some of the people on the line here. There's a one of your favorite customers, Miss Kamiko English, just chimed in. She's had the honor and the privilege of having some of your number one crack in a bottle. And she just said good day. I'm glad to see you, Miss Kamiko. We talked to one of your favorite people, Port Again Sam. Kamiko birthday falls in February. So
Ooh.
I would grab something from you and take it to her for her birthday celebration. So she's always had, because in February you got pretty good inventory. So she's always had some of your, good stuff, as they say. So welcome Miss Kamiko to the show. So, and I don't think she's ever actually been over there to do a tasting, but I'm sure if she knew where you was, she'd be knocking on your door quite regularly. So I'm gonna have to
Okay.
bring her over there one day. But so now that we know that you're gonna have some type of Moscato in, what other treats are you bringing in for the fall season?
Well, see, that depends on the importer, what the different importers. Matter of fact, I'm going to see 3 importers tomorrow
Okay.
to see what they have new in that'll be available for the fall season. So right now, we're starting to focus on Halloween, Thanksgiving, New Year's, and Christmas. Those are the next 4, and everybody's going to be exclusive, and it's going to be limited because a lot of product that was normally be made available is no longer available because of a lot of the workers worldwide with the COVID-19 has slowed things down. So it will be a limited quantity of good stuff. Now, a lot of the other stuff, which I won't name or say anything, will still be available that they make on a daily basis.
Right.
But if you're looking for good wine that won't leave you hanging where you were the night before, where you can get up and start work the next day, then that's limited.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I heard you mention something about Italian and German wines. So you still have a large inventory of those, or are you expecting those in?
I'm expecting those in.
Okay. Everything is forthcoming. Okay. That's what you're
Correct.
saying. Okay. So from me knowing your location the way that I do, everything behind you is the sweet stuff that I normally like, right?
To my what would be my right, which would probably be your left. Over there is the side you want to be on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what you got over there? Because I know it's a lot of people that like the sweet stuff like me.
Oh well, then I have reds. I do have available reds, whites. I have whites that sit on the other side of the room in boxes and cases and crates that do enjoy some German Ausslaser, some straight lacer, some Rieslings,
Okay,
and they got a late harvest Gewürztraminer, which is all what I call gateway to heaven. When you
okay,
drink that, you think you will open up the doors of heaven. It's just that smooth.
okay. Yeah. I know it's been, I know when you give a warning, and which I give the same warning, if you like something, you better buy enough of it now because it might not be there by the time you come back, you
No,
know.
it not, might not. It won't be.
Yeah, because I know people, they indulge, to the point where they buy cases at a time of something they like. I know you turned me on to something. You said the lady bought all the inventory you had because she liked it so much.
The
So,
Trockenbeer and Ausslaser.
yeah, man, I was like, oh my goodness. And I know you had a nickname for that, the Tears of God or something. You said,
Teardrops of God.
oh my God, that was it was so good. I was like, man, how much you got left in that bottle? I'd rather take that with me. you know. But and I hope you all are getting the understanding of what we're talking about here. We're talking about limited supply of the best that can be, make it made available that you can get it, in any type of cognac or wine that's available. I'm talking about the best.
And
So
I port wines also, Ron.
you got
Port
port
wines,
wines,
they're
okay?
like a little 45. It has a brandy base to it. They got a little bit there. So it's not like you can't find what you're looking for. You can find what you're looking for and some more.
Yeah, yeah. Now I think I got an old boy I got from you, which was
Yes.
yeah, which was a port wine. I think that's one that's what 20 years old or something.
21.
21 years old. See, I knew it was somewhere close to that, and it is so smooth. So you have a lot of port wines in now, or is just still in and out?
So far they stable. They stable.
They're stable. Okay. So I can recommend Old Boy. I know he had like about 5 or 6 different ones, like a 5-year old, 6-year old. I mean, I can't remember. You know better than I do.
8, 10, 20, and 21.
8, 10, 20, and 21. I thought you had a 5-year old too, or 6-year
That
old.
was that's a South African.
Okay, the South African port.
A port made with Shiraz grape.
Okay. And that one's gone, or is it still there?
No, it's back in.
It's back in?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, as you all can see, Sam has an inventory on some things that will make you smile, but you got to get over there. So, if you're interested in finding out what he's got, you need to click on the banner on my page, or you can go over to his website www.pouritagainsam.com, and you can check out what he has in inventory, or you can call the office 708-474-1744. Okay, and then Sam or someone will answer the line and tell me you want to schedule a wine tasting. Now he's got a very cozy little location that's off the beaten path, and you can go in there and sit down with Sam, and he will find your taste bud, whatever it is that you normally would drink or like. You will not find anything like it anywhere else that he can offer you. It's so funny. Another one of your customers, I told him that you had the talking about Howard. Yeah. I told him you had the bourbon in, but it was all out. And the first thing he told me is, "Man, I called him 3 times. He ain't called me back yet."
How did? But he how was to leave me a message? He ain't left me no message. He just dialed.
Yeah, I told him. I said, "Man, look, if you want to catch up with Sam, you got to call him until you get a live person. Okay, that way you can get through to him and schedule to find out what he's got available." Now, Howard fell in love with something else that you can't get it anymore, which was an orange liqueur cognac.
Yes, yes.
He fell in love with that, man. And it was so funny because when he got it, he didn't believe that you were not going to be able to get any more of it. And then when you told him it was all gone and he can't get no more, then reality set in. you know, and that's the way it goes. Sometimes, see, I learned early on, get what you like, you know, get what you like. And that way you can enjoy it continuously until you run out, you know. And I've got some things in my collection that is so funny now. When I crack the bottle on something that I know Sam hasn't seen in a while, I'll take a picture of it and send him a picture. Say, remember
Woo.
this?
Oh yeah. Mm. Yes.
Yeah. And then he's, oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, because I got some, and it's so enjoyable like that because when you think about it, when you enjoy what you enjoy, and you can go back, 6, 7 years and grab something that was a joy back then, and it's even more of a joy now. So,
Yes.
and I've gone out to spare no expense of having the proper way to store my wine so that it does not, go bad on me any kind of way. So, I got the right wine cooler, 2 zones. So I got the right temperature on the top and the right
Come
temperature
on.
on the bottom. So and you want to elaborate on why that's important if you don't mind. I know there's a reason. And I know you can elaborate on it.
See, because your red wines and your white wines both require different temperature. You need a little bit more chill for your whites than you do your reds, and you need them to lay on their side because of the cork, which now not every wine, even a good wine, has cork in the bottle. Some come with the caps on them, but they should still lay on this side just in case it does have to have a leakage in there where the cap, the corkage cap that they put inside the screw-on cap there. You want to make sure it's laying down because if it leaks, start weeping as they call it, then you want to seal it off and make sure it's tight. Because sometimes the machines don't put the screw-on caps as tight as it should be. And the same thing with the cork. You can get a weeping from the cork. And you'll see that and you turn it like you're cracking a safe to keep that wine from turning into vinegar. But then even if it goes bad on you, you can't drink it, but you can cook with it. It's excellent to marinate your food and keep it superb. And then you don't want your red wine as cold as your white because it'll turn it bitter. It'll turn with a bite. And a lot of people, I tell them, when you open your wine up, do not leave it sitting out and come back and drink it 3 or 4 days later. Because that's just like leaving your foods out, and there you go with bacteria, fungi, and all that be created over. It's a perishable good. So once you open it up, you don't drink it, put it in your refrigerator, and come back and have it whenever you want it. That way it preserves and keep it lasting longer.
Hmm. Now I know you have done in the past food pairings, with
Yeah.
different types of wine, and I know you're working with a chef to bring the bourbon in. Now, have you done any food pairings with him on different delicacies with different types of wine?
Not yet, and I'm trying to get him to go ahead and put together a menu of what you can use the bourbon with to prepare food with it or to have with it, because that's his specialty
Yeah,
on there. My specialty is to make sure that you appreciate the taste that goes in your mouth, whether it's food or not, is what you're drinking.
right. Yeah. Now I remember, was it last year? You had a chef that prepared certain desserts for you. Was
Oh yes,
that was last year, wasn't it? Where you had the cookies and I can't remember everything you had. I just
right.
know it was good.
That was a private chef, Alvin Green, with chocolate chip cookie, uh, black walnut, pecan cookie. It was marinated. It was paired with different wines that we had here, and I
Mhm.
had to go. I had to go back and look at my sheet because I think the wines we have then we don't have now.
Oh wow. Okay. So are you planning on doing that again this season coming up with the wines that you have available now?
I have to give him a call because he had to prepare the cookies and bring it out so we can sit up and taste 50 or 60 different wines to see which cookie go with what wine.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like a good time. Now,
That's a hard job.
look, you know what? I volunteer to be an extra taste bud in the room. When those type of parties get ready to come up, because I know you work so hard.
I,
At trying to make sure that all your customers are treated fairly. But I will volunteer to come out and help you with the pairing.
help sample and take pair the wine and the cookies together.
Yes, sir. I think that's
I
look. I think that's all. That's the most I can do to help you at a time like that, because I wouldn't want you to get overwhelmed. You
I
know.
understand with 50 wines in 2 or 3 hours, and you tasting and sipping and chewing cookies and tasting chocolate chips and fudge brownies and
Oh my goodness, just talking about it. I remember it was a good time back then. I got a couple of people that are chiming in right now with hearts and smiles talking about me too. My co-host Miss Chartrice says she want to be there, and then I got Tangi, which I've been trying to bring out to your place for the last year, even before COVID-19. She said me too. Okay, so you got two more volunteers that are willing to come out there and undertake this task with you. So you are not in this by yourself, brother. You
I
know,
hear you, Ron.
you know. Hey, look, we as a team, the Ask Dr. Ron family is willing to come and spend that time with you, man, so that you won't have to worry about all that. Man, that sounds like a man. Oh my goodness.
Hard job, man.
Yeah, I
Especially
know, I know, I
you
know.
start on a Sunday afternoon around 12 o'clock and don't finish up to 6 o'clock.
Oh my goodness, man! I ain't got nothing to do on Sunday. I usually go. I usually go to my internet service early, so I'll be there. Praise the Lord and thank Jesus, and come to you and have some communion, and be straight all the way up till 6.
Amen. Amen.
Now look, man. I know it's been a while since you've been on the show, and I gotta get you to do your demonstration that you do every time you come on the show. Okay. Now I don't know if you got a glass in front of you or not, but you're gonna have to do your demonstration on what about the wine glasses, please, if you don't mind. Okay. While you looking for a glass, I'm gonna read some of these comments here. We got Miss Chartrice laughing and say, "Who driving?" We'll find an Uber to take you home, Miss Chartrice. And Tangi, you don't live that far. You could probably walk home from there, so we don't need you to have to worry about getting home either, because you're not too far from his location. See, Miss Chartrice got to go all the way to Chicago, so she might have a problem. But Sam has been a sponsor with me so many years that I have been glad to have him as a sponsor. So, and normally when he comes on the show, he offers up education on different areas. So right now, I'm going to ask him to give us a little wine education about glasses, okay, and what the glasses are used, how they're used, and the purpose and the shape and the size of the glasses, because he has such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to dealing with anything pertaining to alcoholic beverages. So Sam has went out and found one of his glasses now, so he's going to give us an education on the wine. Hey, he got some wine in it. Lord have mercy, that didn't take long.
Right nearby. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, for those who can, everybody can see this.
Yes.
Well, you see how I have my glass by the stem, picking up and swirling it. Purpose of doing this to make it aerated so you'll be able to smell the bouquet. When I say the bouquet, there's a reason why it's called a bouquet. Your nose go into the glass, not at it, in it. I need a glass of wine now, Ron.
I can smell it all the way over here. I got smell-o-vision.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Then we're gonna do what they call slurping or rolling the wine around, and that's the first sip you take of the wine rather than drinking it straight down because it washes right on past your palate. Your palate is very sensitive, and what you're gonna do is take a small amount, put it into your mouth, and bring your chin towards your chest. And then you're going to inhale air through your mouth where the wine is there, which will make a gurgling sound. But what happens is nothing that's in the wine moves. The wine does not move at all. The air just flows through it, but it takes everything that's in it, the vapor, the alcohol, and the taste, to the back of your throat, up behind your ear, over to your forehead, and it drops down and continue to roll around and around and around in your head. That when you do stop, you taste it right here in the back of your throat, and you feel it right between your eyes without swallowing a drop of wine. You can get lit doing that. Trust me, it will work on anybody, anywhere. And let me demonstrate. I could do your whole show like that, Dr. Ron.
I know. I know.
Now, one more thing. One way to find out if the glass that you're drinking out of is a crystal wine glass. Very simple. Crystal wine glass sing where glass does not. Leaded crystal will not sing. And the simple way to find that out at home is take your glass, hold it by the stem, get you some wine, put a smaller portion in there. Take this finger and no other finger and put it into the glass. And take your little wine on the tip of your finger. And then you want to take wing.
Make
That's
it
how you know
sing.
it's
Make it sing.
sing, sing. You got to know how to touch that spot.
Yeah.
Touch that spot. You make anything sing.
There you go.
There you go with your wine glass. I'll stop there.
No. You got to tell us about the shape of the glass now.
Oh well, you don't want me to hold any surprises for later.
Okay. Well, if you want to hold a surprise for
Because if
later,
they come to help out with the cookies, they need to know exactly what they're putting the lips on.
I know that's right. Look, and I got to respond to a couple of people that's on the line now. Tangi say so. Wine ain't good in a mason jar. No.
No.
Tangi say that's gonna take practice because I just swallow everything. So you know, but the stuff that she buying, you can swallow it because it was just made yesterday, so that's okay. So when you get fine wine,
There you go,
exclusive
Dr.
wine, you know, and cognacs and spirits, you don't want to just swallow it down out of a mason jar. You want to enjoy the fullness that it has to offer. So, you know, I mean, some of the wines, if you go to his website, I'm going to start at the top of the list, and I'm going to say he's got a cognac when it comes back that can hit you $200 a bottle. Okay, and then as you come down, you might be able to find something, on the low end. It might be in the neighborhood of $30 or $25 or something like that, and that's when he's got a full inventory. So this ain't no place you go if you don't have a taste for some of the best things in life. Okay, and I know people sometimes they go out to a dinner, to a fine restaurant. That dinner can cost you almost $100 to $200 per person. Okay, so when you are enjoying some of the best things that life has to offer, you don't want to spare no expense. Because when you start realizing, especially at a time like this, when some folks are here today and gone tomorrow, and you be sitting up
Yes.
there talking about, I wish I coulda, woulda. You better know Sam. Because then you can go get some of that fine stuff that he be talking about. you
You
know
tell them too, Ron, Dr. Ron, that when they come, don't think about bringing cash. Bring a credit card.
there you go. That's what's up, and he will deliver. If you just don't want to go to his place and try it out, he can arrange delivery. Uh, so I Miss Chartrice says she likes sweet Concord grape or red.
I got a red herd called the blood of Jesus.
The blood of Jesus. Yep. Yep. The blood of Jesus. Okay. Chanji said, okay, I go by volume. I like the effects. I heard that. Yeah.
Well, how much volume does she want? Is my
Uh,
question.
yeah, because I know you got some stuff, man, that will knock your socks off. I tell you, that rascal had me on Labor Day, Monday, okay, and gave me a 90 proof, two of them. One was a Scotch, and one was a bourbon. And I'm not a Scotch or a bourbon drinker. But I tell you, it was like, oh my God, he had messed me up, boy. I had to figure out how I was going to get home because then he had to leave, so I couldn't sit there, while he was gone. Tangi said you have 15.2% by volume.
Till I got 45% by volume.
Okay, but she can hear you. You just said it, so
Okay.
now she got the answer. She on the low end of the totem pole.
Now I
Okay.
can back it back down to 15 if she wants. That's what she wants. I can accommodate her.
Okay, but the bottom line is, you get some of the and I say this every show. People understand because I know they've heard me say this over and over again. You have some of the best
Yes.
wines and spirits from all over the world. Like
Yes.
just in this show alone, we've been talking about South African, Italian, German, and the cognacs come from France. So when he starts breaking out his collection, man, whew. Now Tangi signifying now she said no, give me 100%.
Tell her go to Jamaica and try to run.
I know that's right. Miss Chartrice said, that's why I say no drive. Who driving home? Well, like I said, we'll get your Uber, Miss Chartrice. That's my co-host. She usually come on the show with me every week, but she's paying attention via chat today. She wasn't able to be here. So Miss Tangi laughing now. Yeah, she'll go to Jamaica. She ain't got no problem doing that. She's supposed to be going to California soon. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. She might not want everybody to know she getting ready to travel. But too late. Cat's out the bag. But but yes. So since they brought that up, maybe that's something that you might want to address. Because by volume determines how much kick that the beverage is going to have, right?
Right. Your volume determines the proof of the alcohol you're consuming.
Okay.
So and she wants 15% by volume on wine like that. I have that as well. 15.5.
Okay. So now, does that mean that it's not as smooth, or it's just the more you consume, the more you're going to be lit?
No, that means that anything by volume normally has to deal with grapes. It
Okay.
doesn't deal with wheat or grain. And when you drink anything by volume, in order to get the proof, it doubles once it gets into your bloodstream.
Okay.
So you have to drink it to get the proof. Long as it stays in the container as is, that's the volume. 15% by volume would be 30 proof.
Okay. All right. So when you was giving me that 90%,
That
I
was 40% by 45% by volume.
45% by volume. Lord have mercy. Yeah. She said, is it bitter the higher the volume?
Not necessary. It can be very smooth.
Okay.
Depends on your taste buds.
Depends on your taste buds. So would you say the sweeter wines are not as high volume as the drier wines?
Well, I have some sweet whites that are 11% by volume. They're very fruity, higher in alcohol contents, but it doesn't taste that way.
Okay.
But you'll feel it that way a little bit later.
Okay.
But primarily, your reds are normally much more potent than your whites.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, look, we got to get ready to get out of here. So, Sam, what is the message that you want to leave with the folks on today? I know you got something that you want to, make sure that people get left with before we get out of here.
Well, first of all, go to the web. Visit the web so you can see what I have available, which 90% of y'all probably won't understand it. Not that I don't think you wouldn't, but it doesn't have much description about the wines on there. It just has the name. But you can call me, and I don't have a problem in breaking it down to give you a better understanding in the selection you want. Then we can get together here at the office, and you can sample and try some of them out.
Okay. So you don't
'Cause
have a problem doing tastings.
no, do not. But
Okay.
in small groups, if you don't want to come by yourself, you don't trust being by yourself and sipping something, I can understand. Bring a friend with you. But don't bring 10 or 12 friends. Bring one friend.
Yeah, because we got Corona going on out here. You know,
Oh,
now,
yeah.
now, 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 I'm gonna slide this in, real low key here. When Corona first started, they was talking about, rubbing your hands with hand sanitizer, which is alcohol. So if you start consuming, alcoholic beverages on the inside in the form of wine, cognac, and spirits, you probably got an antidote that's working for you on the inside that will probably help you from any other symptoms that can. Yeah, I slid that in there, just like that. It ain't the same thing as what number 45 Donald Trump was telling everybody to do, which was drink Clorox, right? So and it was so sad that Clorox had to put a disclaimer on: please do not drink
Drink.
Clorox.
Ooh, wee.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Sam. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. People just don't know. This man, he don't take no days off. He's always, about his craft. And I thank him for coming on the show, being a part of what's going on. Now, you say you got a fall festival coming up with different products, and
Yes,
and I know you got a club that people can talk to you about joining as well.
correct.
So go over to his website, pouritagainsam.com. Give him a call, 708-474-1744. You can go directly there. If you can't remember to go to his website, you can always go over to Ask Dr. Ron. Click on the banner. It'll take you over to his website where you can reach Sam. So there's all roads lead to Sam. Okay? All roads lead to Sam. So you will not miss out on an opportunity to take advantage. And now you got his timeline. Between now and Thanksgiving, it's been getting ready to be a restock. Okay?
Restock.
Restock. So, I'll put mine to the side. You already know what I like. Just put mine to the side and I'll swing by and pick it up. Don't do like you did before, put it to the side and then sell it to somebody. Because he will
Ron,
do
I
that.
forgot. I'm sorry.
you know Because somebody walk in the door, they getting it. Okay? You know, that's what's up. Man, I love you, appreciate you. You know, we're gonna get you
Love you
back
too.
on a little bit more often. We ain't gonna take so long before we get you back. Um, we got to get out of here. 1 hour was gone already. We appreciate y'all. Y'all go over to the website ask-dr-rn.com. Check out all of my sponsors. Like and share. Tell somebody about the site. Share the show. Fill out the contact card. Support our vendors. Peace and love, y'all. Stay safe. Corona is still alive, y'all. Do not go out there and don't be safe. Be safe. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.